Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Logan, aka the Army Vet Trucker, and I am a extra board Linehaul truck driver for a little company called ABF Freight. This is going to be our first video for the YouTube channel. It's a pretty new thing to me, but I figured, I have a little bit of expertise. I'm not an expert by any means, but I can work my way around a camera a little bit. And I figured there's a lot of content out there for OTR truck drivers, but ABF Freight is an LTL carrier, so there's really not a whole lot of content out there for people that are looking into trying to be an LTL truck driver for a big LTL company. Other companies that are in the LTL industry are Estes, I think is the biggest, and we got also Old Dominion. You see them out a lot. ABF's a little bit smaller compared to them, but it's still a very competitive company, and in my honest opinion, I think it's an amazing company to work for, with the benefits and everything like that. But anyways, we are heading into work right now. We're on 183 heading over to Dallas from Fort Worth, which is where I live. I am based out of the Dallas terminal. It's actually in Irving, but we just call it the Dallas terminal. We are dispatched today heading up to Kansas City. Got called at the midnight call block. It's 2 a.m. right now. Got a 2:30 pull time. And I've never been up to the Kansas City terminal, so this is going to be a new thing for me, but y'all are more than welcome to tag along and join the adventure. I'm sure it'll be an interesting one. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to go ahead and keep heading towards the terminal, and I'll catch back up with y'all here in a little bit. Alrighty, welcome back. So we are all set up in here now. We are in a 2022, I believe, Mack Anthem. It's a pretty nice truck. I like the Macks as opposed to the other manufacturers that the company buys trucks from. These Macks are pretty nice. Some guys will complain that they're a little small or kind of cramped, but it's pretty good for me. I like how the window switches and the mirror adjustment switch is just kind of really accessible. I'm leaning back in the seat right now, and I'm comfortable. And I can reach the switches to adjust everything, if I need to. And for example, the Freightliner Cascadias that we have, they're great trucks. They drive great, but they're almost a little bit too big inside the cab. I know that's probably great for somebody that lives in one OTR, but for us day cab drivers, we don't need a whole lot of space. But just like whenever you need to adjust the mirrors on one of those Cascadias, you have to reach up forward further. Unless you got really long arms, maybe you can reach it. But for me, I'm pretty, normal sized, I guess, and I have to reach forward to reach the dang window switches in order to adjust the mirror. So, that's one thing. But anyways, we're gonna quit rambling here, and I'm gonna get on my handheld. We use Samsara as our ELD, and it works pretty good. And then we've got this app here that lets us arrive and depart ourselves from the truck without having to go through dispatch. So we are now departed here, and then I got a few more things to do here, and then we'll be on the road. I'll catch back up with you guys here in a second. Alrighty, got my everything all taken care of, so now we're all set, ready to go. We're about to head out here. Our terminal here in Dallas is here on Irving Boulevard. We're right next to, that's right over there across the street. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's Southeastern, and ABF driver. We've got an interesting setup here where we come into the terminal. Kind of blocked him a little bit for coming in this way, but we got another entrance right over there that he was able to get into. It's nice that we have a stoplight right here, though. It kind of helps us. This road gets really busy during when it's congested. But here it's 3:30 in the morning now, so I don't have any issues getting out. It took me a while to get out of there. The here at ABF, they get our setup all hooked and ready for us when we arrive. And typically when we show up, all we have to do is just show up, punch the clock, go out to the truck, and that's it. Pre-trip and hit the road, load our gear. But I guess we were running short on tractors this morning, and I had to wait for about 30 minutes for them to get it all set up and ready to go. But and then once we did finally, this guy's broken down right in the middle of the road. But once they did finally get me ready to go, I went out to the truck with doing my pre-trip and noticed one of the turn signals wasn't working. Not the main ones on the front, but on the side of the tractor underneath the passenger side door over there, we've got a turn signal. It just completely wasn't working, which is odd for one of these newer trucks. They're all LEDs and everything, so you know, it's rarely ever the light fixture itself unless it gets water in it or something. But I had to go into the shop there in Dallas, and they found out that the thing was just unplugged. You know, it has probably like a 6-foot long wiring harness that comes off of it and that goes into underneath the floor and, you know, behind the dash. And poor guy had to take apart half the dashboard over there in order to chase the wiring harness down, just to find out that somebody had unplugged it when they were working on it. I think the last time I was looking at the maintenance records on this truck, and I think they had found that the AC wasn't blowing or something. One of the drivers had written down that the AC wasn't working, so that's probably what it was. When they were working on that, they just had unplugged everything and didn't plug everything back in. But that's the good thing about Dallas. We got maintenance on staff. We got a service lane as we're outbound. You know, we can just go right through there and fix up any minor issues we have. And if it's a major thing, then they'll actually swap your tractor, or, you know, vice versa. Whatever they need to do to get you on the road. But anyways, we're out here on Irvin Boulevard, about to hit Loop 12 north, and then we're gonna head over up to 635, and then head over to 75, head northbound up to Kansas City. It looks like about a 8-hour drive. Here's what it's saying. I know it's gonna take longer than that. Our trucks here only go 66 miles an hour, so you know, some people are probably not going to like that, but you know, I don't mind it. You know, with a big truck like this, it's not terrible going 66. You get kind of used to it after a while. But anyways, I'm about to get out of the frying pan and into the fire here, so I'm gonna probably let you guys go. And oh shoot, somebody done messed up down there. Glad we're not going on 12 south. They got going on down there? Probably just where this is all under construction, but that's probably all it is. They're probably just managing traffic so they can wrap up, and they work on it overnight and then open it all back up in the morning for big traffic. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll catch back up with y'all once we're a little bit further out of the hustle and bustle of the city. So catch you guys here in a little bit. the sun's up now, so you guys probably can actually see something now. I don't know how that footage turned out earlier when I was recording after dark. It doesn't really matter though, it wasn't much to see anyway. But no, I just wanted to chime back in here and give myself a little bit of a better introduction. I know I mentioned a little bit earlier, but I'll actually go into detail a little bit more about who I am, how I got here, and you know, backstory and all that jazz. But before I do that, I want to make sure I mention that all the filming that I'm doing while I'm driving is all hands-free. There might be times when I'm, out showing you guys a hotel room or something like that I'm filming with my phone in my hand or something, but no, while I'm driving, everything's going to be 100% hands-free. I'm not any more distracted than I would be if I was just sitting here talking to somebody in the passenger seat. So, shit, man. Freaking traffic lights. Get to a stop here. Sheesh. Doesn't help that the one that was for my lane, dang yellow lights burned out, so. But no, anyways, like I was mentioning, yeah, I got both hands on the steering wheel here. I'm not going to be filming with the camera in my hand or anything crazy like that. It's all just going to be like a POV style video. What I see is what you see, and I'm not going to be distracted by anything crazy. And we're not breaking any laws, breaking any rules. ABF's fine with us using hands-free devices while we're driving, so. No, but with that being said, no, my name's Logan. The YouTube channel is the Army Vet Trucker. That implies that I'm an Army veteran, which is true. I served about 9 years in the Army. At that point, I decided to throw in the towel with that. I wasn't really crazily satisfied with the job that I'd chosen in the Army, so I decided to call it quits and pursue a civilian career. And that's when I came across ABF and a program that they have set up through the Teamsters, which, if you didn't know, ABF is a union company. I am a Teamster, member of the Teamsters Union with ABF. No, with that being said, like, I'm going to go back a little bit further, give you like a little bit of backstory. I grew up in East Texas near Nacogdoches. It's kind of far from where I grew up, really, but that's the closest thing to that people actually kind of know when I talk about where I'm from. But no, anyways, I graduated, and like 2 weeks after they handed me my diploma, I was in basic training with the Army, and a few months after that, I was at my first duty station in Germany, and spent about 3.5 years there. Decided to sign another contract and keep it going, and then I got assigned to Fort Carson, Colorado, just a little bit out of Colorado Springs. And while I was in between the two assignments, that's when my beautiful wife and I decided to get married, and we both moved up to Colorado together, spent about 5 years there, and we loved every bit of it. It was an awesome place to be with the mountains. There's all kinds of things to do there year round, and I was really fortunate that I was able to be there, not only because it's a beautiful place, but because that's where the training program was that I went through with ABF. And I'll do another explanation of that program that I went through to get on with ABF in another video. Not only for people that are curious, but particularly for people that are still in the service, that are thinking about getting out, but for whatever reason they think they have to stay in just to keep food on the table. It's a kind of a mind trap that you get stuck in the military, that you're fearful of your future if you decide to get out of the Army. And if you've got kids and a family to support, then it's obviously a big hurdle to get over, to get out of the military. And I'll be honest, it's scary. But no, like I said, I'll get more into that later. But I went through that program and then started with ABF, and I've been on with ABF as a Linehaul driver out of Dallas for about a year now. And so I'm definitely not an expert by any means, but I've been doing it for a little bit now, and I've got a general understanding of how everything works. And I know enough to know that I enjoy doing it, and I'm gonna keep on doing it for a while to come. And as far as the YouTube thing goes, I kind of noticed a lapse in content and information that's out there as far as ABF and being a driver for them. And there's other content creators out there on YouTube and other platforms that talk about other LTL companies, which they're awesome content creators, and they've been a little bit of an inspiration to me. to kind of fill the laps, fill the void per se on you know, ABF. And you know, I don't know where it's going to go. It's kind of a shot in the dark kind of thing. If it takes off, then that's awesome. If not, then I don't know, I might not continue to do it. But you know, you guys will have to let me know. Leave a like or a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested or enjoy seeing the type of content I make. And if you guys like it, then I'll keep doing it. If not, then we'll just have to see. But with that being said, we are still northbound. We're on 69 now. We got out of Dallas on 75, went through Sherman, Texas, crossed over the state line into Oklahoma, went through Durant, Oklahoma, right by the old Choctaw Casino. That's a really cool place if you've never been there. Then we went through, what was it? McAllister. We went through McAllister, Oklahoma. Then we just went through Muskogee not too long ago. GPS says we're about 4 hours away. I'm gonna guess that's gonna be more like 5 hours with, you know, delays and whatnot. And then we'll have to take a 30-minute break here pretty quick. We're only allowed with the ELD to drive for 8 hours consecutively without taking a 30-minute break, which is good, you know. Even if I didn't have to take a break, I probably would stop and stretch my legs, use the restroom. So we're getting pretty close to being halfway there. So I'll probably start looking for a rest stop here in the next little while to pull off and walk around, use the restroom, eat a snack, whatever. But other than that, you know, this is it, man. This is the life of a line haul truck driver. We're out here, man. This has been a pretty cool drive. I've never gone on this run before to Kansas City. You know, almost exclusively the first like 3 months, being at the bottom of the board as on a line haul, as line haul for an LTL company out of Dallas. You know, for the first like 3 months or so, I was basically just exclusively going up to Albuquerque and Amarillo, which is good. Albuquerque's a good run. It's about 640 miles, which we do get paid by the mile as line haul drivers, so that's good. You know, it's a good run. You know, you can just go there and back and shoot. That's a pretty good week already. I mean, not great, but you know, not terrible either. That's, you know, decent though. But yeah, no, this is the first time I've come up to Kansas City. The terminal up at Kansas City is brand new. They just finished it. It's a different style of terminal, more modern than our most of our other terminals. So it'll be interesting to see that for the first time, and you guys will get to come along and see it too for the first time. And I'll make sure to, after we get there, try to get a little bit of recording done. You know, show you guys how it's like, and you know, once we get to the hotel, we'll show you how that all works and everything, how we sleep when we're not at home. But yeah, no, yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see anything else. Leave a comment below if it's something that seems interesting. You know, I'll include it in a new video. If not, you know, I'll just chime back in a comment on a reply. But anyways, I'm gonna keep driving here, and if anything crazy happens, anything cool, I'll chime back in. And if not, I'll catch you guys in Kansas City. Alrighty, folks, I'm back. We're going to be taking our break here in Big Spring, Oklahoma. You know, I generally like to stop at rest stops, like just the free areas that you can stop on the highway with picnic tables and restrooms, and you know what I'm talking about. I generally bring enough stuff here with me to sustain myself, so I don't have to buy food while I'm out on the road. You know, I can usually keep about enough food with me to last 2 to 3 days. Anything longer than that, the food would start going bad, because I've just got like a standard soft side cooler here that you know, it sits on the floor of the tractor here, so it tends to get a little warm, you know, and it kind of overwhelms my little ice packs that I put in there, you know. And whenever we go to the hotel, you know, sometimes they'll have a mini fridge in there that'll have a freezer section in it that's big enough to refreeze my freezer packs. But if I get unlucky and get a hotel that does not have a freezer, then you know, the second day and the third day, the freezer packs will have outlived their usefulness, and I'll wind up having to stop and get fast food or whatnot. But I try to avoid it. You know, I bring for my first day, at least on my lunch, I'll have some pre-made ham sandwiches with me that I'll eat. Yeah, you know, my wife, she's been good lately here. She's been making me some food pre-made, like meal prepping style, and we freeze it in our freezer, and then I'll just pop them in on the day of my tour. I'll pop them in my cooler with the ice packs and roll with that. But anyways, we're pulling up here into Old Big Spring. We're about to cross over I-44 here, and I think we're gonna actually, after our break, get on it for a little bit and then get right back off of it. I think there is a rest stop here that is on I-44 here, not too far after this, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and probably stop and use the restroom, walk around. Starting to get a little bit of cabin fever here, but this looks like the place here on the left. I think it's called the Wood Shop or the Wood Shed, I think, maybe. I've never been in here before, so it's gonna be the first time. I think we're taking a left up here at this traffic light to get into the lot, and we have just a 53-foot van today, so it's not as difficult in worrying about how to finagle into a place you've never been before. You know, with the doubles, basically the way I understand it is you never want to get yourself in a position where you need to back up. I mean, I know that there is some guys out there, some skilled truckers that have no issues with backing up a set of doubles, but I'm definitely not there yet. So what is this guy doing? I don't know if he's lost. It's a double turn lane there into the Loves, and he's taking up both of them, it looks like. Got a toll road over there, looks like. I wonder if we have to pay the toll to get onto the interstate. But we're just gonna pull in here, see some other people here, and just park out of the way somewhere, maybe over by that UPS truck over there, and we'll take our 30-minute break. Looks like we're clear here. Yeah, I think I'll pull over right next to UPS here. Old Dominion. That's some old LTL company here. UPS, that's must be UPS feeder driver, because I think all their whole LTL business went over to T-Force. So I think that the only guys still driving big rigs for UPS are their feeder drivers, and that's a pretty good setup from what I understand. You know, I haven't heard too much about it, but just based on stuff I've seen online and heard other people say, it seems like a pretty good setup. Dusted out in here today. Yeah, looks like we'll have to do some sort of toll over here. You know, I guess Oklahoma has a lot of toll roads here. It's weird to me that the interstate itself is a toll road, but whatever, I guess. We're gonna go off duty here for a break. Stay on one. But yeah, here we are, guys. I might hop out here in a second and give you guys a look around at the truck and our setup today. But I'm gonna run inside real quick and use the restroom and walk around a little bit. I'll catch back up with you guys here in a minute. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. My 8 hours is reset here, so we're good to make it the rest of the way into Kansas City. But before I take off, I'm going to show you guys what I usually do if I ever leave my truck. You know, if I go inside of a gas station or a rest stop and I'm away from my truck for a little bit, I'll usually come back out and do a quick little pre-trip around everything. And so I turn all my lights on and my flashers, supply trailer air, and then we have a little brake handle that locks down so you can listen for air leaks on your service air as well as check your brake lights. So let's do a little quick walk around here and I'll show you guys the setup. So like I said, we got a van today, so when I'm walking around, I'm usually just making sure, looking under here to make sure that nobody pulled my handle while I was inside, looking at our tires, making sure everything's all good, landing gear, and then we'll just do a little once over everything, making sure didn't get any flat tires here, and looking at our tail lights, making sure our brake lights and flashers are all still working, mud flaps are all still there and everything, no issues. It's mainly just a thing to double check. You know, it's always good to be be safe. Here's the tractor here. Pretty sleek tractor. I like these Macs. They look good. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter too much how it looks. It's just a instrument for getting work done, you know. But everything looked good there. All of our lights are still working and all that. So we'll hop back in here. I reckon we'll, come on, this thing, we got these idle shutdowns, and shoot, I guess I'm gonna have to put this thing in gear for it to null itself out. We have these idle shutdowns on these tractors. All of our tractors have them, that make it to where it'll shut itself off after a few minutes of sitting around. But anyways, now that that's all out of the way, all buckled in here, let's get back out on the road, huh? Dang, that guy's flying, dude. Some of these guys, man. I remember a few months ago, maybe a little longer than that, I saw an article about this guy. This poor guy was walking, you know, similar setup like this, you know, out in a truck stop. You know, he was walking inside to a truck stop, and he out of his truck, and a guy like that coming in flying, going like 40 miles an hour, didn't see the guy, pitch black dark outside. So, you know, you can do the math there. Poor guy, he didn't make it. But I hate to talk about things like that, but you know, it's just one of the things that we have to deal with out here on the road. You gotta make sure you're trying to be safe, and you know, some of these guys, they not the safest. But anyway, we're just gonna wait for our light to turn here, get out on the highway. We are actually gonna be getting on the toll road. We have a pre-pass on our truck, so we're gonna, well, that says Pike Pass, so I'm not really sure what we're gonna do here, but I'll probably cut off the camera and try to get this all figured out, get on the highway, and I'll get back with you guys for an update here shortly. Ladies and gents, we are in the big KC, Kansas City that is. We're on the east side of Kansas City over here, a few minutes away from the terminal on Missouri 210, Highway 210. This is all new to me. It's a kind of pretty area, to be honest. You know, everything looks pretty green. You know, they must have been getting some pretty good rain in here, and that's good. But anyways, not too eventful. Got in just fine. It's going to be nice coming into a terminal for the first time during the daylight. I don't know exactly how we're going to play it. You know, we might wind up just pulling in and finding somebody to try to ask where I need to go. I don't have any problem with asking for help whenever I'm lost, you know. So it's better to get directions than wind up, you know, somewhere where I'm not supposed to be. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting here at the terminal. Kansas City, as far as I understand, is a break bulk, kind of similar to Dallas and Albuquerque. So you guys are gonna be kind of surprised with the workload I have to perform once we get into the terminal here. So I hope I get to show you guys. If not, I'll explain it later. But this is one of the things that makes ABF stand out from some of the other LTL companies as far as what our workload is when we arrive into a break bulk terminal, as far as a road driver goes. But we're coming in here pretty quick here. Looks like we got FedEx and Dayton. I'm gonna get over here. I know he's going faster than me, but I gotta get over, so taking a left turn up here. I know we're kind of on like a divided highway, not really want to be in the left lane, but I got to turn left. I can't turn left in the right lane, so you'll have to just go around. Looks like a big old industrial park out here. This is smart. You know, I've seen a lot of cities with their industrial areas basically right smack dab in the middle of their city, and you know, it adds to the congestion, all the trucks and everything. But it looks like Kansas City has gotten smart and kind of got their industrial areas and warehouses outside the city, which is good. Big old FedEx ground terminal there, man. That thing is massive. Big operation there. FedEx ground. It's FedEx Freight right there. I bet FedEx Freight's not far away. This is probably pretty much the whole majority of all the freight coming in and out of Kansas City is probably over here in this area. Yeah, this, I think I was saying earlier, this terminal here with ABF is brand new. They just opened it here in the last year or so. It's more of a warehouse style terminal versus a dock style terminal. They still have docks, obviously, but I think it's a little bit better of an environment for the city guys and the dock workers. I think they have climate control inside there. You know, they're able to stay cool and out of the weather more than some of the other terminals. Which is good, you know. It's nice to not be out there sweating while you're working all day. An ABF trailer over there in that dock. It's gonna be our turn here. Another ABF trailer over there. So we got a green light here, protected. Let's see if it turns yellow right before we get to it. We're gonna be good to go. That's courteous. Alrighty, so there's another FedEx ground. Am I seeing double here? Or was that other terminal over there FedEx ground? I don't know. Maybe they got a big enough operation where they need two terminals. I don't know. If you guys are working at the FedEx grounds here in Kansas City, let me know. I don't know. I know FedEx is a pretty big operation, but shoot, two big terminals right next to each other. Here's a right turn here. Ooh. Got our ABF Freight sign out here. It's nice. Looks like we might have a gate here. I'm not sure if it's functioning during business hours. We'll have to get up here and see. I might honestly just pull off somewhere and see if I can't figure out where I need to be. I have a feeling, it looks like we got lanes over here. So this is the main warehouse building right here on the right. I'm gonna have a feeling that we need to go over here to the left. There's the shop is over there. Oh no, I see the sign right here. Wow, that's easy. Yeah, you guys are about to see. This is about to be the turn my flashers on here as we come into the yard. You're about to see the extent of the workload for an ABF Linehaul driver when you come into a big break bulk terminal like this. Alright, my job's done. That's it. That's all I gotta do, man. On these big break bulks, we come into the terminal here, and all we have to do is pull it in. I guess Kansas City, they have inbound parking. You just, you know, come in and park your set or your you know, tractor and trailers in a designated parking area right here, and a hostler will come over and take the whole truck, all attached and everything, and they'll take it over to the fuel lane and fuel it, put def in it, washer fluid, whatever it needs. And that's pretty much it. They'll break down the set and everything from there. I know some other carriers, once you get into a terminal, you have to break down your own set. Shoot, you might even have to get out and get on a forklift and start unloading your trailers. I don't know. Some carriers, man, it's pretty wild, but that's pretty much it for us. All we got to do is pull in here, park, grab all my stuff here, do my post-trip on the handheld here, and I'm going to go ahead and go in here and arrive myself, let them know that we're here. And then I'm not sure Kansas City, I don't know if they leave their handhelds in the tractors or not, but in Dallas and in Albuquerque, we'll bring the handhelds in with our paperwork when we go into the dispatch office, so we'll have to see about that. I might just bring it in to be safe. I'm looking over at this other tractor, and it looks like he does not have a handheld over there, so I'm going to take that as a good hint that we probably are taking it in. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this. We're here, we're done. That's all we got to do, and I'm going to go over to the dispatch office and get my bill stamped and my pay log stamped, and then we'll be on our way to the hotel. The way I believe it here, they call a shuttle for us. I'm sure they have a contract with a local hotel here, and we'll go check it out together and see how it is. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Alrighty, guys, just got here to the hotel in Kansas City. We are set up here at the Sure Stay. It looks like they have a contract here to stay here. It's a pretty nice room. I wanted to do a little walk around of it before I get too sprawled out here. Got my lunchbox here. I'm gonna unpack it. Looks like we got a fridge. Let's see if it's got a freezer. Ooh, it does. It's tiny. Barely will fit my ice packs, but better than nothing, which is what some hotels. Got a pretty big TV. I don't really use it too much. I've got a tablet that I kind of throw on some YouTube videos when I go to sleep. A microwave, trash can, nice standard stuff here, coffee maker and some coffee. Won't really use that too much. Chair, got a desk, 2 beds. I only obviously need one, you know. Whenever they give me 2 beds, I'll usually just use one of them to throw all my crap on. But got a phone over here, you know, see if it works. Yep, sure does. Got a mirror over here. We got an actual hard thermostat over here. Looks like it goes all the way down to 50. I don't know if it'll actually get that cold in here, but a little bit better than having the window unit. Over here we got a little closet area to hang up your clothes if you get rained on or anything, let things dry. Got a bathroom in here, pretty standard stuff over here. Some soaps and shampoos, got a sink, got a hair dryer. I don't know if you guys have any hair you need to be dried. Toilet with no lid, I guess. And then over here we got our shower. Got a curtain. I'm gonna be hopping in this thing here in a little bit. Hopefully it's got some good hot water. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be pretty much a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next video, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get to it when I can. Alrighty, guys.